Okay, 13-2. Our math objectives are: I can find and label equivalent, equal, the same fractions on a number line. I can understand fractions are numbers that represent parts of a whole. I can explain my thinking and show my work using academic words, numbers, and pictures. Find equivalent fractions on a number line. The top number line shows a point at 1/4. Top number line, got a point there at 1/4. Write the fraction for each of the points labeled A, B, C, D, E, and F. A, B, C, D, E, and F. I need to put a fraction in each of those boxes. Two parts here. Which of these fractions show the same distance from 0 as 1/4? So which of these fractions going from 0 to 1/4, which of these other fractions, A, B, C, D, E, F, is the same as 1/4? That will be our goal today, is to figure that out. Okay. Complete the number line to show that 2/6 and 1/3 are equivalent fractions. Remember, equivalent means the same. They are equal. They show the same amount. Excuse me. Well, let's see. I've got some boxes to fill in here, and I know since this denominator is 6, that means this number line has been divided into 6 equal parts. Let's check that. We don't count 0 because that's 0. Let's go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Yep, 6 equal parts. So they use 6 as our denominator, which means that each of these boxes are going to use 6 as their denominator also. Well, let's count and see what we have here. No, we're going to use 6 as our denominator there. Let's see what we have. We have 1. That's going to be 1/6. 2. Got it? I know what comes after 3. 4, 5, and there's our 6/6. So we can fill that in there and say there's 1/6. There's 2/6. We've already got 3/6 in. We know this one's going to be 4/6, which makes this one 5/6. What is that last one? What's that 1 going to be? Oh yeah, 1 is equal to 6/6. The whole, isn't it? Okay. But now we got another box down here. We want to label this box right here. We want to label this box right here, and we see that they also divided this line into thirds. How did they do that? Let's try and divide this line into thirds, which means there's going to be 3 parts to this number line, or 3 hops. So let's go 1, 2, 3. 3 equal hops? Sure, not the best hops, but you can tell they're equal. 1, 2, 3, and that's 1 whole. And 2 of them, the second one, 2 of those are what we're talking about right there. And they labeled that 2/3. But now we want to know what this box is. Well, if that's 2/3 and 1 equals 3/3, guess what's going to be here? 1/3. Got to work on that writing. Okay, so what's equivalent to 4/6 or 2/6? 1/3. They are equal. They are the same. They are the same part on the number line. They are just different names for the same fraction. Okay, here we've got Sheila. She makes a number line to see if 4/6 and 4/8 are equivalent. She wants to know if 4/6 and 4/8 are the same. Right? Are the same. She discovers that the fractions are not equivalent. Aha, they're not the same. How did Sheila know? Well, let's see here. We got to label them out, don't we? Now, here'd be a good time where you could pause the video, draw your own number line, and label 4/6. Draw another number line, or get a different color marker like I'm going to do, and divide that number line into eighths. So go ahead and pause the video now and try it on your own. Okay, welcome back. Well, let's see here. I'm going to start with number line to see a 4/8, a 4/6. That means 6 equal parts, doesn't it? So I've got 0. Whoops. Supposed to be drawing. I've got 0. There's my 0 down here. And I'm going to put 1 down at the other end. And I'm going to divide this into 6 equal parts. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. There, I've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 6 equal parts. And I'm talking about 4 of them. So I did 4 hops. 1, 2, 3, 4. Look, my hops are already getting better. And I'm going to label that 4/6. That's what Sheila did. I'm just checking Sheila's work. Now let's try another one here. She also did 4/8, which means she's going to divide this line into 8 parts. Okay, well, let's see. Let's do 4, 8. Well, I got to do this in 4 parts. 1, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, and of course 8 is my 1 there, isn't it? Let's check that. We got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Good. Mathematician always checks. Now she wants to talk about 4 of them. So I'm going to do my 4 hops. There's 1, there's 2, there's 3, and there's 4. Let's label that. Oh, it's supposed to be a 4. 4/8. They're not equivalent. They're not the same. 4/6 is over here, isn't it? 4/6 is right on this point. 4/8 is back here on this point. They are not equivalent. You know how I like to check Sheila's work? I like to check Sheila's work using my old friend the fraction bars here. First she started with 4/6, then she said, you know what? I'm going to 8 is equivalent. So I'm testing that, and I can see 4/8 is not the same as 4/6. Not the same at all. Do not line up. They do not match. Okay. Excuse me. Now, got a number line, got some numbers to fill in here. I'm looking at all those 6 denominators, and I know this is going to be a 6 denominator. I look at the numerators, and I can see 1, 2, I don't know, 3, 4, 5. Yep, it's probably going to be a 3 there, isn't it? Because that's right in the middle. 3/6. Okay. I can check by counting. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and then 1 is 6/6, isn't it? So I know one of these is going to be 3/6. What's this other box going to be? How could they have divided that number line? If this is still Sheila, what did she do? I see 1 point there for 6. You know, it almost looks like that's in the middle. I'll bet if I check this, if I hop from here to here and then there to 1, that's equivalent. Those look the same. It looks like she divided it into 2 parts. That would make this right in the middle. That would make 1 out of those 2 parts, which means it's 1/2. So 3/6 is equal to 1/2. We could check that with our fraction bars too. Let's put up, what'd she say? 3/6, 2, 3, and 1/2. Look at that. They're the same. They're equivalent right there. Equivalent, the same. 3/6 is equal to 1/2. Okay. Next up. All right, another number line. A whole bunch of 8s. This one's easy because I know it's going to be a denominator of 8. and I can count 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 comes in between 5 and 7. So there I'm going to put 6 8s. We'll put 6 8s in there. Okay, right up there. But now I got to see what's the same. Now down here they divided into 4 equal parts, right? The denominator, there's 4 equal parts. There's one of them right here. There's one of them. There's 2 of them. And there's, I don't know how many yet. And there's 4 of them because I know 1 whole is going to be 4/4, isn't it? 1 whole is going to be 4/4. So that's going to be the same. Okay. So let me count. 1, 2, that's got to be 3/4, doesn't it? That's got to be 3/4, which means that 6 8ths is equal to 3/4. And yes, I could also say 3/4 is equal to 6 8ths. That says the same thing. They mean the same thing. Okay? Your turn. Exit slip. Complete the 13-2 solve and share. Make sure you use that text box to type in your answers so it's nice and clear. Watch the 13-2 video. You can watch this video again, pause them both anytime to work out the problems on your own, and then complete the 13-2 practice buddy. 80% or higher is our goal. All right, have fun. Get some work done. Thank you, Oliver.